So let's continue playing The Darkest Dungeon. When we last left off, stuff and things and another boss down. So, that's what we're going to continue doing today. We have quite a lot of crests I need to use up as well, but I think the time has come to kill the Swine King. And I've selected the party pretty much based on my last experience of him. He has a little pet which marks us, and then the big beast does a load of damage. Hence why I've put on the Rallying Flare. Debuff resist, also torch up, also clear stuns and marks. Hopefully this should somewhat lower the amount of damage we might be taking. I've also taken the Glyph Keeper, and I've decided to swap his skills around slightly, though probably not for the time being. Because the mark will be useful. We have two people with bonuses against marked targets, but I'm probably going to put the Weakening Curse on before we go into the battle, just because I can't remember how much damage he does. And it's probably a good thing having his bosses in any case. You're pretty much as you were, though I'm going to replace Target Whistle with the Guard Dog ability. Again, a bit more mitigation against the marked. One of us being marked has a slight chance to protect that. I should really have given it to you, though. Maybe I should. Pretty much out of money. Still, we have pretty much the tactics, the instruction. We don't have the maintain equipment side of things on Snoopy, but it'll do for now until I can level things up. So, Swine King, take two. Two of those, two of those, two of those, two of those, two of those. Stack and half of torches, and a double stack of food. And we're off.
My first attempts at summoning were crude, and the results disappointing. I soon found, however, that the type and condition of the host's meat was a critical factor. The best results came from pigs, whose flesh is most like that of man.
Hence why the Warrens are ruined. But mind you, everything that's going wrong is the ancestors' fault anyway, so why are we surprised at this?
A nameless abomination. A testament to my failures. It must be destroyed.
And again, it's another boss where we know where it is. We don't have to explore most of the dungeon to get to him. So I'm figuring we just go with the scouting chances and we deal with what we can deal with at the time. We're ignoring the books entirely. I've done those things. Sooner or later they'll give us a good effect, but
the
won't be
match
anytime
is
soon.
Struck. A blazing star is born.
Okay, new scout report. We will deviate for, actually, we might deviate for the treasure. I was going to say for treasure rooms or for the secret room if it comes up, but I think we can successfully deviate here. So we have a ghoul and we have two maggots. And we're quite a slow party, it turns out, but we should be okay. Howl and stress. Okay. So, we have one opponent who still has the ability to shoot things, but I think we're going to leave that alone and just go with that. Leave an arrow to the back. Ravenable for 3. And you've gained disease. Well done. You might have a condition to cure that, and at least you weren't completely out of things. Stun the giant. Okay, now it's just a case of trying to deal with everything else. So, crush.
Continue the onslaught. Destroy.
Moves you into range, and we'll go for a stab. So now we just got the big stun guy to deal with. Do we want to lose some health? Yeah, I might be missing things. Anyway, stab 4. We shall... I think we'll mark him at this stage. Here's because I'm not sure we can do this in 2 rounds, so... Hound Rush. 11 bleed. You never know, we might be able to do this. Go for the riposte. Okay, we're still going. Could further lower his dodge, but I don't think that's really a problem here. Stab. Stab 4. 9. It's got 40 protection, which I hadn't noticed actually. Skull Toss. 17 stress, and some damage and some stun. That is all perfectly manageable though. Could go for a bolster because we know we got a counter coming up where we could use that effect. So let's use our Man-at-Arms to try and buff things while we shoot him. He is dead on bleeding, so I don't have to do any more to him. I guess what I'll do instead is do that for no reason. Yeah, there really is no reason, so I'm going to do it again. Okay. Heal on you. And a further bolster. I'm hoping that we'll be able to keep this into the treasure room encounter, because that'd be nice. We probably only have one round of it, but hey, one round of extra speed is always appreciated. Okay, shovel and bits. 2 rounds. I imagine we're going to lose that when we enter. Alright, torch up, and I think I'm going to make sure of it by torching up again.
The light, the promise of safety.
We also need inventory slots, so... Okay, the Swinosaur, Spawn, and a Marcher. Vomit, however, is dodged. My speed boost did carry over, but only the one instance of it, and they're still much faster than us. Okay. I think we're going to go for a Retribution Strike to start with on you. Next, we're going to try and stun you and make you lose your round. Didn't work. Artillery. Not having a good start to this, are we? Mark the Swinosaur. Now we're going to see what he does. Trot Retreat. Which means now he's going to be set up for... Even though we dodged, we didn't get a counterattack. Oh, we got another person with disease. Drums of Doom. The Repo's doing its thing at least. Right, you are marked. Go for the bleed. Stab you.
Confidence surges as the enemy crumbles.
And shoot there. 15. Right. I could bellow, lower their speed, and try and finish them off if they have a round. Oh, you still got a turn, actually. We still have a riposte up, but we know he's going to come in for a charge attack now. Let's do this instead. We wouldn't be able to kill him in that one round anyway, so... Ball Rush! I'm actually surprised he only went for the one. I know he's got an attack that hits everyone. Anyway. Let's kill you off.
Powerful blow.
Uneducated savage. 23 crit. There we go. And crush. Then we should find out what the diseases are doing to us.
Has no intrinsic merit, unless inordinate exsanguination be considered a virtue.
Okay, we can torch and grab the crests because there are 12 other things. Right. Shovel in the strongbox. Did nothing. Alright, trap time. Or not. 2 more portraits and some gold, which is more than the value of the gems. And scout report. There's another treasure room up there. So I guess arguably we should go that way. The point you make in argument is correct. Anti-venom, no, it's medicinal herbs. And you have a 30% damage boost. Let's have a quick check and see if we can work out what disease you got. So, minus 20 heal skills. That's not absolutely critical. That is rather bad, though. So, a trap. 110. Let's disarm. Stress goes away. You're okay. There is an encounter in the next room, obviously, but there's nothing else coming up.
The way is lit. The path is clear. We require only the
another
strength to follow it.
Swinosaur, and we have surprised them. Good. Okay. Hound Rush on the Enchantress, who's dodged. Retribution Strike on. Artillery. Oh, she's dodged 2 of my attacks now. That's annoying. Come on. Alright, finish you
Their
off because we want to at
formation
least
is
kill somebody
broken.
before they have a go.
Maintain the offensive.
Almost certainly the Swinator is going to go and retreat. The usual thing they'll do at this stage. And since we dodged it again, we don't get a counter-attack. But it has moved you nicely close. That very nearly killed you. Alright. Let's... I'd rather finish you off.
Press this advantage. Give them no quarter.
Okay, stress relief has come in. Could reset up a riposte. I'm though... No, we're going to crush. Let's start doing some damage. Rather than mess about here, let's get the damage on.
Impressive.
Especially when that sort of thing happens. Praise the steadfast hound! Okay. Now I'll put the marking in. I should really be doing the marking with the occultist, but doesn't matter. Ball rush for 13. Resist both effects. Nice. I suppose we should really consider healing here. 5 and managed to resist the bleeding, thankfully. You can have a turn to recover. Okay, sniper shots. 23
The
crits.
ground quakes.
And we'll set up another riposte. Crunching backhands. Stunned, and we move on.
Their cursed champion falls.
It does. And
Be
now I've got
wary.
loot decisions to make again.
Triumphant pride precipitates a dizzying fall.
Let's get rid of that. I want to keep the Holy Waters just for additional debuff resistance against the boss. I don't imagine we have too much to worry about in that regard, but better safe than sorry, I guess. Right, heirlooms. Fortunately, I just got rid of one of those. You know what I should have done? I should have camped first. I'd have lost the inventory item that way. Alright, bust for keys. Right, scout report. More treasure if I want it. I think we might get the treasure after the boss, just to be on the safe side. We'll move here, do the encounter with the curiosity. Open the packs up. It has a map. More than a weary traveller. Okay, no secret doors unlocked, so we move on. Secret doors are always worth it, but...
As the light
Okay.
gains purchase, spirits are lifted.
Probably go and
And
eat up at
purpose
this
is made
stage,
clear.
just to keep things ticking over. Especially, I've got to remember, you have a health reduction on at the moment. You're full. And you're up. Okay, there we go. And look, dinner's been served for us, and they are surprised. And this isn't a particularly tough encounter, usually. So, crush one.
As the fiend falls, a
the
faint
corpse,
hope
unfortunately.
blossoms.
Hound rush, 21 crit, and if that bleeds, you're out. You're out. Sometimes it just goes this well. Yeah. So we're going to have one that's going to nibble at us.
Slowly, gently.
But not a bad way to go
This
before you
is
rest
how
up.
a life is taken.
Crit 8 though. And blight. Is it worth holding off? When you try yourself for 1 and you... Yeah, I was about to say, that's almost guaranteed bleed at that point. Alright, stun. We'll take a turn. Even be tempted to take a second, but let's get you restored a little bit more. I know we do have a camp coming up and can cure there, but still, let's try another stun. Resisted that time. Weird reconstruction. 40 crits for the heal. Well done. Shame it's massive overkill, but hey. Speaking of massive overkill. A lot of
These
loot all of a
nightmarish
sudden.
creatures can be felled. They can be beaten.
I don't need any more crests really. I have a lot of them currently. I know I need lots for upgrades, but we got enough for this quest. Also dog biscuits. Also, firewood.
Huddled together, furtive and
Full advantage
vulnerable.
of the stress relief.
Rats in a maze.
Okay. So first thing we're going to do is go tactics. Increase that. Next up, we're going to increase our companion's damage. That leaves us with 4 points remaining. So, I can reduce somebody's stress by 20. I can reduce all companion stress and stress damage in the future. I can wound care to remove blight, but that would be all I'd be doing. Oh, I've done it now anyway. Whoops. Oh well, that means I don't have the ability to restrict the ambush. So I guess... Oh, that's on yourself. Oh well, that was a waste. Doesn't matter. We're not in terrible shape, it's just whether we get encountered.
Radiance,
And we
may
didn't.
we find victory.
We also don't have the medicinal herbs to cure this table. So I'm gonna leave it. Scout reports. Didn't reveal much that we didn't already know. So, I think it's time for a boss. Open sacks. 250 gold. Light up. We are as buffed as we can be, I think. Dodge crit, 10% damage, 10% damage, and 10% damage. All good. To the Swine King. I forgot how big you were. I'm honest. Bit of squeal. Okay, that didn't go quite the way I wanted it to. Or at least the way I thought it would. You've got a very low bleed resistance, actually, so let's Hound Rush you. Where possible, you've got 200 hit points. And this one! Okay. Rallying Flare. Okay. Next up. Do I go for the damage or do I go for a buff at this point? I also forgot to give the dog biscuits, but it doesn't matter. We'll do that next. Alright, damage it is. We have to do a lot to this guy. While flailing. See, that's why you've got to do a lot. You will do a lot. Okay. Reconstruction. We can rebuild him. Just ignore the blood. Bit of squeal.
Mortality clarified in a single
Gotta stop
strike.
critting. Thankfully you resist the stun, which is always nice. Oh, I didn't unequip. Can I unequip in mid-combat? No, because that would be broken, of course. I meant to put this on. Whoops. Oh well. Get him marked, at least.
Decisive pummeling.
So he has the dodge debuff on. And these two. Okay. This means Hound Rush will do more damage. 20. Bloody dog biscuits. We'll remember. It will remember at some point. Okay. I don't want a retribution because if we hurt him, he does a lot of damage to everybody. So I'm happy to bolster at this point. Rallying Flare. 35 debuff resistance coming on. And it's a dodge. Bit of squeal. And you are stunned. We're okay for healing at this stage. And that one! Dodged. Okay, bandage. Dog treats. Hound Rush. 19 and now has 6 points of bleed stacked. Do I want to do another bolster? I don't think we need another one. We've got plenty of dodge currently up. It's much more important for me to start doing some damage. And since we weren't hit and the mark is still there for 2 rounds, sniper shot.
A
40
devastating
crit.
blow.
Very, very nice. While flailing. Snoopy, you are being amazing at the moment. Bit of squeal. 2, and you are stunned. Unfortunate, but that's fine. We could clear you if you get the first turn, though. But I think for the moment, then, with nothing else really going on, I suppose we could remark. So it resets the mark so we can do this. And these two! Up the speed. Keep that going. Yes. Thankfully, I wasn't sure if a new bunker would go last in the chain or not. He normally goes quite early. But he gathered what I wanted, and that means another chunk taken out of him. I'll be flailing at you for 18 again. He's almost dead, but Lifkeeper's only got 3 hit points and can't heal himself this round. Okay, there's a hit. We're close. We can do it. Yeah, we can do it. There we go.
How many rats will it take to gnaw through a ton of putrid flesh?
Well, since we are marked... Actually, let's go for the heal. I don't know how... I can't remember what he did last time, but... Bit of squeal. But now he's in the front row, and will have to fight us. Let's mark him. So he's got squeal. Another stun. Fortunately, we're not in the wrong order here, so let's go for a Retribution Strike. Now we've got nothing to worry about in counterattacks. Split a stun. We're not losing. Wilbur, you are not killing the Glyph Keeper here. Just will not happen. Stab. Double stun. I need a healer. You don't. It's a small little pig. We killed the big thing. Okay, victory to us.
Remind yourself that overconfidence is a slow and insidious killer.
So, with that having been done, do I want to continue? I mean, in fairness, we could continue, but we got a reasonable amount of loot for this. I'm happy to return the hamlet. Okay, 10,000 gold in total. Plenty of crests, plenty of portraits. Should hopefully allow us to do a little bit of upgrading. Okay, and we have some level 5s. We also have 3 diseases going on. So Armor Tinker is now replaced Backtrack again. The armors, we got 2 more levels of that, but overall that's the downside of having a lot of good stats. And the worries. But still, 3 apprentice bosses down. No, sorry, not apprentice. Veteran bosses down. 5 to go. And we still have a load of level 1s we need to resolve and just push through at this stage, so we got plenty of people to do this.
All the decadent horrors I have seen pale in comparison to that final, crowning thing. I could not look, nor could I look away.
We don't have enough to do 3 sets of medical, which is annoying. So, new bunkle. Cure yourself of the worries. And Lost Navigator will cure himself of the worries. We wouldn't do Snoopy, but we kind of know we're not going to use him for a little bit. We now have enough level 5s so we could go on and do a champion level thing, but, you know, let's avoid doing that if we can. Oh, wasn't these needed? I need the... I do need deeds to finish off that, but I was looking at guild here. So we're now 12 portraits away from completing the guild. Which would be nice. We get 1 completed room again. Right, what encounters have we got coming up? We have a champion encounter there we must eat. Let's not worry about eating right now. We do have an apprentice level dungeon up there, which means we can get some of these level 2s pushed up. We of course need a medium adventure or a long adventure to push the weird system up, so we will wait on that. Could go to the Weald and do that, I suppose, or we could take the short adventure to the ruins, unlock the Necromancer. So I think that's what we're going to do next time. So, till then, folks.